So hello everyone and welcome to all. Hope you guys have enjoying your life again with your folks. We the Crisscross Thumbs is back again with a brand new video over the recent getting famous hashtag trend, which is the hashtag we want population control law. So before starting the video, I want to clarify one thing that this video is totally based on my personal opinion and not a public opinion. This is totally based on what I feel about this law and this hashtag trend. So without any further ado, let's get started with our video. Well, to start with the beginning, this hashtag movement started with the article of the Indian Express, where this shared a report stating that India will have the largest Muslim population by 2050, increasing from 14.4% to 18.4%. And somewhat same reports were made by the World Population Prospect in 2019, in which they predicted India to overtake China by population within a decade. In this video, I'm going to talk about the facts and information that are related to this bill and also my personal opinion over this bill. So first and most important question that comes to our mind is that why is there a need of population control bill? For the newbies who have no idea, I'm telling you the answer is very difficult and you can't imagine it. It's overpopulation. Seriously. I know it was a bad joke, but sorry about that. Okay. So to be really honest, Indian population needs attention. I agree that because we are the second most populous country all over the world. But it is not something alarming as stated by some of the politicians. Rather than the truth is that the yearly percentage change India had this year was lowest among all the yearly percentage changes India had since 1950. It was 0.99% or 1.35 crores. So chill out. It's nothing different from any of the years from last 70 years since 1950. The yearly jump this year was, as I told you, 1.35 crore, which is even lower than any year since 1980. Plus, the country's share for the world population has also decreased as well to 17.70 percentage. You can see the whole table, or we have even given the link in the description. You can check it out. Then the question comes to our mind is that if we are in such a good condition, then why is still India in a position to overtake China? So the reason is that the yearly percentage change of China is 0.5 percentage. Yeah, it is lower than India. So now I hope you guys understand what the reports were trying to indicate and what our so good politicians explained us. Although I agree that population control law is a very easy answer to the population problem that we are having, but when we talk about 1380 million people or 138 crore people in India, which include thousands of minor communities and many major communities, things aren't simple anymore. If you belong to a family of 2 children, then probably this law won't have any effect on us. This law is totally focused on those people who have more than 2 children and takes away all the rights of food, healthcare, and other protections, which may sound like the right thing to do, but really it is very much unfair. I don't know why it is so hard for people to understand that the only ones that are going to be affected by this are the backward communities of the rural area who will be deprived of their very basic rights, which hardly they were getting anyway. They don't have proper roads, don't have proper education, healthcare, and now they will be treated like criminals for doing nothing. And in turn, the ministers who were supposed to help them could easily escape their responsibilities. If you think that I'm just making it up, then there is also something that happened. Actually, it was a proposal that was given by the Anil Desai, a Shiv Sena member of the Rajya Sabha, who suggested to make change in Article 47 of Indian Constitution, which originally was that states shall promote rise in the nutrition and standard of living to promote public health, which we know how much success the government has achieved over the years by a simple look over the government schools, hospitals, and roads that are made by the government. There is nothing for me to justify it. And he suggested to include the law of promotion of small families and depriving the bigger ones from the government rights as a 47A. So yes, I don't think torturing the rural communities could really help anyone anything. Rather, if possible, we as a country should consider on investing over the population that takes health, well-being and education more seriously, because we all know that education and medical are the need of the hour, and for uplifting and nurturing the lives rather than breaking the upliftment. So that's it, guys. I'm concluding my video here. I hope you liked my video and agreed to my opinion. If you have a different opinion, you can share it to my comments. There is no need to trigger over it. So this is Chris Cross Tamil, over and out.